those classes, my liberal arts classes, were always like, there was a lot of, like fellowship and like camaraderie. My name is Nicole Pope Gaia. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. I own a PR company called NPG PR, which is a company based here in Nashville with offices in Los Angeles and Boston. We're a full-service firm that specializes in entertainment, but also just recently has really kind of diversified into a lot more of brands, corporate, technology, books. We're kind of, I like to say we've got our feet firmly planted in entertainment, but I think diversity is key, especially in PR. And when I started my firm 5 years ago, that was I just want to work on cool stuff with cool people, and hopefully it's lucrative, and it so far has been. We're experiencing some seriously rapid growth and strategic growth right now, and it's exciting. I mean, the sky's the limit, and Nashville is such an amazing place to be right now. There's a huge boom. So those naysayers that when I moved from California and they're like, why are you going to Nashville? Now they're all saying, I wish I was in Nashville. So much of what I think in any industry, in order to really excel is to communicate. And communication was really the basis of what I learned at Auburn. A lot of my classes, especially later on, were kind of rooted in, forging relationships and making sure that you're basing everything off of something true and something genuine and something authentic. And that's something that I definitely feel like, for me, that was probably the number one takeaway. If you're going to give back, you choose platforms that you're passionate about and that you feel have kind of lifted you up through the years. And I think Auburn, for me, it's a part of who I am. I'm co-chairing, an event in a few months with one of my industry colleagues who I did not know went to Auburn, which is awesome. I'm like, I had no idea. War Eagle, Skip, And, just to connect, I think to stay connected is a huge thing. Again, kind of, I base so much of what of something that, like, a barometer of success for me is the level of relationships that I form. And I think with the kind of connections with, my fellow Auburn alum, it's important. And I'll support Auburn in any way I can. And I encourage other people to do the same, because it's such a, it's an anchor. There are challenges coming into the workforce, I think, at this point in time, and I'd say, persistence, passion, do your homework, know who you're interviewing with is super important. Come to the table with some of your own ideas. I think a lot of times when I'm even interviewing potential new staffers, I can tell who's prepared and who has a real love and passion for PR, to be as well-rounded as you can, to come in even if you feel like it might not be worth the employer's time to bring something up, maybe just an insight that you have that you realized or whatever. I think it makes a huge difference, and you can tell the minute someone walks in whether they're prepared and really want to be there. I'm Nicole Pope Gaia, and I own NPG PR, and this is My Auburn Story. War Eagle.